Hello and welcome to LexGo Eat, the Herald Leaders podcast about eating and drinking in the bluegrass. I'm Janet Patton and I cover food and bourbon and craft beer.
I'm Cheryl Truman. I cover business and features.
And I'm Sally Shear, and I'm the lifestyles editor and the business coordinator.
Well, we made it through Thanksgiving. I hope all of you had a great holiday, and now it's full steam ahead to Christmas. We're here today at OBC Kitchen, which stands for Old Bourbon County Kitchen. It's the new restaurant that's in the Lansdowne Shops that used to be Harry's. And we'll be talking with Michael Harper, who's the manager, about their menu and their extensive bourbon collection that we might get to maybe sample something if we are really, really nice about it.
We're really nice.
Before we get to that, though, we want to talk about some new restaurant news. What's new in Lexington, Cheryl?
Well, we're getting a brunch renaissance in Lexington.
Brunch renaissance.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like to show off liberal arts education occasionally. In any case, first it was First Watch, which you will see all around Lexington now, and now we're getting, in addition to the Palomar location of Wild Eggs, we're getting a second location in Hamburg.
They have a Calamity Katie's something or other, the Benedict, that we may have had that, but it was really
good,
spicy and good. And
can't you also get mimosas
at
Wild
you
Eggs,
can get drinks,
which is
nice.
not every breakfast location offers that, so that's kind of a nice.
And we had a review a week ago on Blue Door Smokehouse.
Yes, this past Friday and Weekender. As I've mentioned before, Blue Door Smokehouse is in my neighborhood, so it makes it very convenient for me to get by there. And I actually was watching the UK game on Saturday and trucked over at halftime to pick up some brisket, and they had smoked turkey instead of chicken this week. We didn't get it. We got the pork. But just a couple of sandwiches and a couple of sides. I think their potato salad is really good.
Really?
And my friend had the beans, and the guys in there are great, and the food is delicious. The brisket is practically melts in your mouth. I would recommend
now, don't
it
they have
for
the ranch
sure.
beans? What is it?
Ranch beans. They're, I honestly, I don't know what the difference is between barbecue and ranch. I mean, they have a slightly different flavor, but they're still really good baked beans as far as I'm
it's not, there's no
concerned.
ranch
like
dressing.
ranch
No,
Good,
no,
okay.
no, ranch like.
Were there a lot of people in
out
there
west.
when you guys?
There were. It was a good crowd for a Saturday afternoon, and I recommend.
You did the takeout,
going
right?
there.
Was that
I did. I called ahead and said,
easy?
we're coming at halftime to get the food. And the guy was like, okay, and I gave him my name and my order, and when we got there, it was ready to go. Yeah, very
because
easy.
what is the seating in there? I mean, it's like 4 or 5
Yeah, it's tiny.
tables.
It's a small location, but worth getting takeout or eat
Right.
there or whatever.
But they didn't run out of food,
They did not. They had not. At lunch or halftime at the UK game on Saturday, they had not run out of food.
which is more than I can say for Newk's.
Oh,
And
Newk's.
I don't want to diss Newk's because I'll go back. I'll give
I
it a
haven't
try.
been there yet.
It's this new chain restaurant that you wrote about that's just
it's
opened
in front of the Southland Christian. Yes,
And apparently
next
there's
to
one in
McDonald's.
every city that has an SEC school. Is that right?
Well.
Yeah. That's how we got one.
So we went, I guess the Saturday, the first Saturday of the week it opened, and we had heard such great things about their macaroni and cheese, and we got up and ordered macaroni and cheese, and she said, I'm sorry, we're out. We've made all our macaroni and cheese for the weekend, and it's all sold out. And this was only like 6 o'clock, and they had actually sold out by noon, she said.
Wow.
Their macaroni and cheese must be spectacular.
Must be.
If they sell out.
They need to make more.
Yeah, we had salads. We had Greek salads. They were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The pizzas looked pretty good. Because it's the holiday season now, there's a lot of places around town that are having special events. I know there's a holiday open house at Windy Corner this weekend, and several places are having special holiday dinners. I think all of that information, lexgo.com, and our column is LexGo Eat. And all that's online. Hello, I'm here with Michael Harper. He's the manager of OBC Kitchen, new concept at Lansdowne Shops. Looks like you've got quite the bourbon collection here.
Yeah, a little bit.
How many do you have?
I'd say our bourbons are around 180 right now.
Wow,
And then
180.
we have 300 whiskeys total.
300 whiskeys.
Give or take.
You guys guys have an extensive new menu here too, right?
We do. We have a completely new culinary menu
Mm-hmm.
that our chefs have prepared. It is outstanding.
Yeah, some of the things that looked really interesting to me were the dipping sauces for the hand-cut fries. Which,
Oh yeah.
You know, that there's some interesting things on that menu.
It's the attention to detail. I mean, not just with the hand-cut fries, but I mean, to our homemade donuts.
Oh
the
yeah, for
dipping sauces
dessert.
for
Yeah,
that.
crafts from the craft distilleries
Mhm.
here in Kentucky, and this is one you brought out to take a look at. This
Yeah.
is from the Roland distillery out in Western Kentucky.
It is.
Tell me about this.
This is St. Elmo's Fire. Incredible. I know Fireball's all the craze right now.
Right.
Well, you don't have to just go get Fireball. If you want to delve a little deeper, this is a cinnamon flavored moonshine.
It smells almost like an alcoholic cinnamon toast. It's got a much toastier and a more authentic cinnamon flavor,
Mhm.
as opposed to a lot of the cinnamon flavored whiskeys are very candy cinnamon flavored. This is more like real cinnamon to me.
It's straight from the field. They pride themselves on a lot of field to distill.
Yeah, I'm going to take a sip and see how it goes.
Yeah, it's got that kick.
A lot of kick on the back end because
it's-
it's made from a moonshine,
It
right?
is. It is.
It's a pretty high proof.
It's 100 proof right there. So.
But I think it's very good, very drinkable. I would look for this if you were looking for something Fireball-ish, but a little crafty. Thanks a lot for talking to us
Thanks
today.
for coming in. We really appreciate it.
I want to tell you about a kind of a new holiday. It seems like it shouldn't be a new holiday, but it's called Repeal Day. And Repeal Day is December 5th. December 5th, 1933 is the date that Utah became the final state to ratify the amendment that repealed prohibition. And so it's become kind of this hip thing that bars do. And Louisville is having several Repeal Day events on Friday. The Filson is having a great one. If I were going to be in Louisville on Friday, this is the one I would want to go to because they're going to be sampling some historic pre-prohibition bourbons.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're really into that kind of thing, that's the place you want to be. But there are lots of other events. The Brown Hotel, Proof on Main, both having something. Evan Williams Bourbon Experience is having a great event, and it's pretty much free. So I think I would look into that if you're just getting your feet wet in bourbon. Lexington Bell's Cocktails House is having drink specials on bourbon and on their champagne cocktails. So if you're here and you want to try having a little Repeal Day celebration,
I think
you
it
need a
seems like a
holiday
good reason to celebrate.
to tide you over between Thanksgiving and Christmas, now you've got Repeal Day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, speaking of Christmas, how's the fruitcake story coming?
The fruitcake story is coming along quite well. Actually, there was some response. Thank you, Jean. You made my day.
Yay, thank you.
From a watcher of this cast. And she called me and told me all about her memories of a fruitcake. If you have a memory of fruitcake, feel free to be in touch. I was in the grocery last week, and I am happy to say that fruitcake ingredients are readily available, including the green cherries.
Yeah.
Which,
Christmas tradition. I've seen people
like the
put those
color
in
of my
fudge
sweater.
and stuff. I mean, people, they get used at the holidays for lots of things. That dried fruit.
They
It's
may
true.
be carcinogenic, but we grew up on them, and we're still here.
And we're
So,
still here. That's right.
I guess that's true.
That's exactly right.
Well, I had a really interesting story. It's going to be in Wednesday's paper about mincemeat pie, another Christmas tradition.
Right?
And I did not know that it sometimes is made with actual meat. But I talked to Carrie Warmbier, who is the pastry chef at Midway School Bakery, and she's going to have some, and she told me how she does hers, and they're pretty neat looking.
And she said in years past they have in fact sold out.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
year she's making more because she thinks the people are interested in purchasing
I
them.
have a sweet and a savory.
Right.
mincemeat.
It's not very savory. It's mostly sweet because it has a lot of sugar in it. It has a lot of spices, so it's spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has cinnamon and nutmeg and cloves and all that kind of stuff. It does have a lot of fruit in it and a little brandy just to give it a little zing.
And the meat in it is what?
I think
beef?
it was a chuck roast that she used. It was a beef, that she cooked for a long time until, like you say, it just breaks down. Basically, it just sort of becomes almost a glue that holds this thing together, and it's a very dense, rich pie. We have some recipes that you want to try. We have one with no meat if you're not wanting to go there. And next week I think we'll have a piece on tamales for Christmas. So if you do know some tamales places, it's not too late to give me a call or send me an email about your favorite tamales here in Lexington.
A chance to sample a couple recently in the newsroom, and both of them were very good.
Yeah, and there'll be more.
Very good.
And for those of us who are already tired of turkey, tamales.
Sure.
Christmas pizza,
Why not?
something different.
Yeah.
Well, let's go eat.
Let's go.